Hi guys, welcome back to Graveyard Sisters. We're here today in Dunfermline Abbey. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So steeped in history, and if you watch our previous video, we do tell you about a little bit of that history. There's just so much. This was the birthplace of King Charles the First.
He was the last king to be born in Scotland.
Yeah.
Traditional tales report evil portents attending his infancy, and one of these, a bloody cloak, was said to have blown in through a window and rested on his cradle. Became heir to the throne in 1612 after the sudden death of his elder brother Henry, and in 1625 was crowned king at Westminster Abbey. In 1633, the year of his Scottish coronation, the month of July, saw the first recorded to Dunfermline since childhood. During his brief residence in the palace, he created Sir Robert Kerr an earl and conferred knighthoods on 5 more of his Scottish favourites. Charles's reign was characterised by bitter political and religious strife and culminated in civil war. Captivity and defeat led to his trial as the tyrant, traitor and murderer Charles Stuart. On 30th of January 1640, that's right, he was executed in front of the Palace of Whitehall, meeting his death with dignity and courage. His remains were interred at the Royal Vault in Windsor.
Yeah, that would
as we know, we now have a King Charles
himself. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, it's relevant. What is he then? King Charles the what?
I think he's the second, is he not? Charles the second?
Is it? So no more Charleses after him? I really honestly don't know.
This is, you forget when you're that steeped in history, you forget what's actually going on.
To be honest with you, we didn't really get taught a lot of Scottish history in schools. You could maybe choose it as a subject later on in your school, but basically we get taught about the Romans, and I think that was about it. And
this is the 5 Pilgrim Way, so it goes all the way up to St Andrews, the road to St Andrews. It's provided countless pilgrims with an inspiring destination. Its magnificent abbey was the burial places of many of Scotland's monarchs, including King Robert the Bruce and Queen Margaret, who was later made a saint. Medieval pilgrims strongly believed that saints' remains contained magical powers. Many miracles are recorded as having taken place close to St Margaret's shrine, and a number of Scottish queens wore her shirt for protection during childbirth. Medieval pilgrims who visited the Abbey on a feast day of 16th of November were promised a smoother journey to heaven. This made the arduous journey of pilgrimage worthwhile. A number of other local sites associated with pilgrimage in St Margaret can still be visited today, including the Headwell and St Margaret's Cave, where the Queen is said to have prayed.
yeah, apparently there's a car park on top of it, but they've still preserved the cave. I wonder if you could maybe get to see that if it was actually opened. It says it's open to the public every day, so we come and there's not opened.
Yep.
I think it knew we were coming, but look at this. This is the old monastery.
Which was the original thing. That was what was originally built.
Yeah, Queen Margaret, she invited the Benedictine monks up and they formed an abbey here. It's so old. But can you imagine just what it would be like back in the day, walking down here and through here? And it doesn't look like we're getting into this bit here either by the looks of it.
No, it looks
I don't know. It seems to be closed off. And this was the old palace.
Royal Nursery it says over there, but I can't see anything else other than that. So that must have been the old palace. And then you can walk down through the I was going to say tunnel, this much archway.
So this is not obviously graveyards, this is just a little bit of history, but
surrounded the graveyard.
Yeah, and the next part will be up here.
See how high up it all is.
Yeah. But the graveyard on the south side only opened up when the new church opened up.
And we'll show you the place where the churches meet, because you can see it quite clearly from this side
so
when you go up there.
1,000 years old.
Yep. It's the old bit and the new bit.
1,000 years old. I can't. And this is what, 1,000 years old as well then? Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, there's a doorway up at the top, and you can, I think you can get in it, and there's a shop or whatever, a tourist information.
But it's closed.
But it's closed because it knew we were coming.
St. Catherine's Wynd.
Yeah, it's over here. I mean, those windows obviously would have maybe, I don't know if it had been stained glass because it was a palace, or if it was just normal glass, or...
Yeah.
It's just sad that it did fall into ruin like that.
Yeah, after the Abbey was sacked in, was it 1650?
1560, yeah.
1560, the wrong way around.
Just fell into
disrepair. And
that must have been
really,
like different, like maybe rooms or something.
That's what it looks
I mean, it all
like.
had a
Like
roof.
it's all different rooms.
It did have a roof. It did.
Oh, there we go. There is a little.
Oh, here we go.
sign. Probably built in the 13th century, originally as a guest house of the Abbey, became a royal palace for Scotland's kings and queens. In the 16th century, alterations and additions were commissioned by King James VI and Queen Anne. The palace was the birthplace of many royals, including King
Charles I.
Charles I, a son of James VI and Queen Anne, and a daughter, Princess Elizabeth. In 1596, grandmother of George I, the first Hanoverian king and the ancestor of the present royal family.
So this is where where Charles I was born. Here.
In 1600.
Look at
Many,
that.
many, many, many years ago.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's just, wow. Just can't get down there just now.
Yes, beware of sheer drops.
It's beautiful, look at this.
A bit echoey. It's lovely, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Absolutely lovely.
And the windows, and
This is obviously
just feel like I'm in
kind
history.
of joined us on.
Yeah. Well, what I read online as well is it extended out the way, right out the way from the castle. That would extend right out over the graveyard.
I've got a little blue sign over here.
See where the graveyard.
Yeah.
That all extended. That was all part of like the Abbey, but obviously it fell into ruin, and they used that space for.
What's this called? The Pens.
The pens.
This gatehouse linked to Abbey guest house with the church and monks' quarter. Much later in the building housed Dunfermline's first damask weaving loom, set up by James Blake in 1718. Damask linen became Dunfermline's main industry.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why the Weatherspoons here is called the Guildhall and Linen Rooms.
Look at that.
You can see the.
It's absolutely beautiful. Go have a wee look through the window. Definitely need to try and come back to get in there.
Yeah.
It's lovely, but isn't it? And in here, so what was this then? The gatehouse?
Gatehouse, maybe, yeah.
I wonder if it's just shut because it's season just now, and when the better weather comes, they'll open it all back up again. And I'm sure you could probably get a tour around here.
Probably, yeah.
It's just amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. So this is the old Abbey. And then you do have the gardens. There's gardens up there as well that you can go and sit in.
Yeah.
It's just too cold to go and sit in there today.
Yes, it's extremely cold today.
Yeah.
We are freezing our little graveyard sister butts off.
That's worth it, but
Yeah.
it's worth it today. It's absolutely amazing. And it's not raining.
Well,
And then we do have a beautiful down here. I'll zoom in, like you see the cenotaph. Look, it's just beautiful. Is that water I can hear?
Yeah, it is. Can't see it, but I can hear it.
I can hear it.
I can definitely hear it.
Down there as well. There's a little gate down there. Amazing. Absolutely fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as we've enjoyed showing it to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.